Touching lives, making a difference. Show the world that you care. Helping out one another, we can all make a change. Reach out, touch somebody, put a smile on their face. Helping out one another, we can all make a change. Touching lives, making a difference. Touching lives, making a difference.
A very, very special welcome to all of you out there to the world's greatest show. That is the Airtel Touching Lives show. It's another show, and I definitely have more up my sleeves. This week, the team visits a needy school in the Volta region, but first, let's have a look back at Prince's story from our first season. The team traveled to the Eastern region to meet a young teacher, Angela, and discover the source of her inspiration.
Ediana a show crying fight Eduma Prince.
Sir, Wabua Nipa Brave, Semi. Me call classes on ho, Wabua me, I'm a mate me extra exams. Until I mean, Jig said, so bois and call for canon, so I must obey me a baby, then I miss Messi baby, say, I
didn't know nominate Prince.
Oh, son said, my coconut now, as I see on the classes name function, say first. I didn't. Come and my papa, Marco. I said about phone. Nominating say be am with me abuananka when another work yaye
sir e wo converse
oni computer mu ntino e man computer we are betimi I anything.
I want to know more about you.
I am a person who suffered disability at a very young age, at the age of 3. But I did not allow disability to stop me from achieving what I really need to achieve in life. I studied hard. Within a short time, I was able to read and write. So at the age of, let's say, around 17, 18, I sat for the GCE O-level exams and passed. Then the following year, I wrote the advanced level examination and got some passes too. And since I couldn't use my results for any other thing like getting a job somewhere because of my condition, I started classes at home. I normally teach them English language and mathematics with a little help in science. So I kept on doing that right from 1991 up to date. I continue teaching people.
Now, can you tell me how growing up for you was like?
It was not easy. Most of the time we lived in places where there were no people with disabilities, so I had to mingle with people who were able-bodied people, and they'll always try to look down on you, and they try to tease you, they try to do all sorts of things to bring you down. So I always try to be very strong, not to listen to others, but believing in myself and knowing that I am also someone who can achieve something in life. That's what I've always believed in.
I want to know more about what you want to do with your computer business and what you were doing with it.
I want to make it partly a computer school and a cafe. People can also come there, browse the internet, and learn more. Apart from that, the school also help the young ones, the up-and-coming ones, to also learn more about the computer. Because these days, without a computer, it's not easy to secure a job. So I think it's going to help a lot of people, yeah.
We are not letting you go empty-handed. Just turn your attention to this side.
Okay.
10 computers going. We are giving you also an all-in-one printer. And that isn't all, Prince. We are making sure that all these computers are connected onto the internet. How do you feel, Prince?
Very great. I feel very great.
There is more to come.
All right.
Turn your attention to the screen now. The Zane Touching Live team has decided to give you a full internet cafe. And indeed, Prince, the computer genius, joins us on the show. Prince, it's been a while since we last met. How are you doing?
I'm fine.
But how's business? How's the internet cafe doing?
Quite good. Even though the place is not all that developed, I think it's okay. Yeah, quite moderate.
And I'm sure as people move into the area,
Definitely,
you also become perhaps the first internet cafe the area may have seen.
Definitely, the best and the fastest.
Let's give it up for Prince. I hope also that the children in your community are benefiting from your computer school and the internet cafe.
Yeah, a lot of them come to make their researches there. There's a school, the Ghana Secondary School, some of them come. And the Catholic GSS, they've been there on several occasions to do some practical works. So
but I'm sure this school is touching lives.
Definitely.
It's transforming lives in your area. Okay, and I heard also that you got married.
Yes, that was last year, around July.
So Prince, tell me, who's this lucky woman?
I got married to Angela, the one who nominated me.
Oh, Angela, from
Yes.
season 1.
Yes.
Amazing. Okay, I see. How's that changed your life?
Everything is right now on course. I don't feel lonely, and I think if I need encouragement, she gives it to me.
All the best, Prince.
Thank you very much.
We'll take a break now, and when we return, there's more on Airtel Touching Lives.
Touching lives.
We understand the importance of coverage in your life. That's why we're doing our part to get you well covered. With thousands of towns and cities under our coverage, we keep covering Ghana like no other. Join the fastest growing network in Ghana. Airtel. Feel free.
Touching lives.
Welcome back from the break. Well, I have a somewhat familiar company with me now. Our very own AC, who's been up and down the road. How you doing, AC?
I'm cool. I mean, I had great fun on the road. It's amazing.
I can imagine you've toured the entire country with the Airtel Touching Lives team. How's the experience been like?
Oh, so it's, for want of a better word, humbling. I've learned so much. You know, you learn about the people, the differences, the commonalities, their perseverance. Their ability to strive in spite of their circumstances. They don't pity themselves.
Great.
There's a lot. There's a whole lot.
And I imagine that you saw this beautiful tapestry of various cultures,
Oh, yes.
languages.
Trust me, I came back home with a basket full of collections. I collected all sorts of stuff on the road, you know. It was great, particularly in northern Ghana. It was amazing, amazing. The people are wonderful.
And as you move from one town to the other, seeing all these beautiful stories and what people are doing, what has life on the road taught you?
Okay, the thing I identified was that they are doing so much with so little. And the question that keeps popping up in my mind is, those of us who have a bit more than they do, what are we doing with it? I ask myself every day, how can I make somebody's life better with whatever I'm doing in the moment, wherever I am?
And I saw the tears just streaming down your face in some of the stories that
I know, I don't love to cry, but
You couldn't help it.
I couldn't help it. You
Imagine.
know, you just get drawn into their stories and their lives and their passion, and you just get carried away. But really, it was a wonderful, wonderful experience. And I thank Airtel for giving me the opportunity to experience all of Ghana 2 times and all those
that's
beautiful
amazing. Let's give
people.
it up for AC. That is great. And AC, you also met with Yvonne.
Yes, I did.
You know, I'm just thinking in my mind, what is it that made her nominate a community that she doesn't even come from?
Perhaps it's her passion for the people, particularly the children. Perhaps her love for her job, her profession. Perhaps, I don't know. Let's find out.
Let's find out.
With passing years come new hope, new dreams, new fashion, new plans. Even children at kindergarten come running to school because they have something to look forward to. New treats, warm beds, good food, colors to play around with, new toys, books, even computers. And these days, sometimes fully air-conditioned classrooms. It's such a joy to watch them play. But can the same be said for the kindergarten children of Adu Abadi Salvation School?
About 10 kilometers from the main town of Ho, Adu Abadi is just one out of the 40 districts of Adaklu, with just one under-resourced school and 2 boreholes that services the entire community. It is not surprising that the children of this community are in need of help. Pastor Dixon Kofi-Deku tells us more.
My name is Dixon Kofi-Deku. I'm a pastor of the Evangelical Presbyterian Church. I've been transferred to Adu Abadi for the past 4.5 years. And this is my residence. I have a wife with 5 children.
Tell me about Adu Abadi.
The people here, they are basically farmers, subsistence farmers, of course. They use cutlasses and hoes for their farming. So the farm holdings are small. We can say they are poor.
How many schools do you have here and what are the conditions?
They have basic schools, the primary, and then the GSS, attached with the kindergarten. And true speaking, the kindergarten is in a very poor state. It was built by the community, 2 classroom structure, and it was blown by a storm about 2 years ago. And since then, the children live under 3. The conditions are not favorable to teach if you are a teacher.
It is kindergarten teacher Yvonne who brought the plight of the school to our attention.
Good morning, Yvonne.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm fine.
Avishapa.
I think I'm what to.
I basically want to know about you, who you are.
My name is Yvonne. I'm a teacher here. I've been living here for the past 4 years.
What made you nominate the school?
The building actually that I wanted the work to be done on, I was in that class before, and the roof, one went off, and subsequently the others did. There was no one willing to help. We went to places, people from the town that are wealthy, but they all had one excuse or the other. Some promised they actually come around to do something. Someone brought someone to survey the whole thing. And like a year and over, we were shuffling between church buildings, trees, and it just wasn't working for me. And teaching and learning was not as it should be. We go there, we are mini, we talk, and sometimes the kids sleep. And I felt guilty because the place is not comfortable. I don't get to do what I'm paid to do. But at the end of the month, I take my money. So I felt I needed somebody to help me do this thing. So I just told myself, if only this building would be nicer and more comfortable, we'll be doing marvelously well.
We will see you right after the break.
Touching lives.
This will work.
With 3.75G, the fastest internet connection available, Africa can look at the world and the world can look at Africa.
Now let me show you how to get 3 million views.
Live life real time with Airtel Internet on 3.75G.
Touching lives.
Welcome back from the break. Now let's continue with our story. Resources are tight, so school equipment is shared amongst the different levels in the school. School principal, Madame Mary, tells us more.
How are you, Madame Mary?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you too?
I'm fine, thank you. What are some of the challenges that you encounter as a community?
The community is a farming community, and most of them don't even have money to buy these exercise books or let alone teaching and learning materials for their peoples. So some come to school with empty hands. And because we don't even have classrooms, we sit under trees, and teaching and learning cannot be very effective when it is under 3. Because whatever passes by, the child begins to even look at the thing without concentrating on the teacher. So as they get to P1 and others, identification of letters and even words becomes very difficult because they didn't begin it from the early childhood stage. And we also don't have potable water to drink. The children go around to fetch this hand-dug well water or borehole water, which is not very proper for them. We don't have urinal or toilet facilities. We don't have electricity.
Yvonne has been a teacher here for 4 years.
Yes.
And she nominated for the school to be, helped in the way that it needs to be helped.
Yes.
Tell me about her in the short time that you've known her.
She's I will say, a concerned teacher about the peoples. So she's good.
How close is she with the children? And how involved is she with the community?
Oh, she's very, very close with them. She plays with them, always trying to be very lenient with the children, and even parents.
And his name was name. My brother, his name was name. And he did, and he did, and he did, penny, 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 and he came as
This is probably going to sound like a silly question, but I know kindergarten kids sleep a lot. And given the circumstances, how do they not take their nap when it's not raining?
They don't.
They don't take a nap at all?
No, not at all. They sit around, we sing a few songs. The number of slates, the people who get the slates, we would write our ABCDs, we want 1, 2, 3, and the rest of the day is off.
I see. How many of them are there?
I have about 25 in KG1 and about roughly 23 in KG2.
The KG2 kids, they're expected to go to class 1 next academic year.
Yes.
Do you think they can make it in terms of preparedness?
They are not, because the current people in class 1, they should be capable of at least writing the alphabet without anybody guiding them. They should be able to write straight in the exercise book without anybody holding their hand. Now you still have to hold someone's hand.
AC speaks to Marvelous about the children in the kindergarten.
How are you, Marvelous?
I'm fine.
And how are your other siblings?
They are fine.
Tell me about yourself.
I like myself.
You do? That's good. That's a start.
And I like to learn. If I'm not learning, I'll not feel happy. But I like to play also.
Marvelous. What's the difference between the kindergarten you went to and the Salvation School kindergarten here?
Eyawa, bedola, umolobo yosrono, kake, bedola, umolobo yosrono, kake amekochela, eyaya, osrono vire.
Are the children in the classroom?
How?
Where are they?
Atidome.
Why do they learn under a tree?
Hogba.
Do the children at the Salvation School kindergarten have things to write with? Do all the children have one?
How?
So only a few have it? So not everybody writes? If somebody wanted to help the kindergarten, what would you want them to do for the kindergarten?
Machinamba, KG wole atidome, ayata, no.
Would you only ask for a classroom?
How?
What else?
What
is the motivation for you nominating the school?
I nominated the school because teaching and learning is supposed to be done in a comfortable and a serene environment. We all use the same curricula, the whole of Ghana. So what is in Ho, it's in Adu Abadi. That's what we teach here, and we teach there too. But we don't have a comfortable place to teach. The kids don't have a comfortable place to write and do the learning. So teaching and learning is not effective. So I just want teaching and learning to be effective, but the environment has to be right. So the building, the chairs, the tables will make us more comfortable, so we're able to give our best, both teachers and the children.
your own childhood. Of those days when you slid and fell off a swing. At least you had a swing. Of those days when you drew those horrible pictures. At least you had something to draw with. Of those days when you fought your mate over a toy. Well, at least there was something to fight over. But these brave ones have had no reason to come back to school. No toys, no playgrounds, nothing. But they always come back. And we're happy to give these spirited ones something to remember.
This is a real show of love. And Yvonne joins us on the program. Like, Yvonne, how are you doing?
I'm okay, I'm fine.
Oh, I just saw the inside of you doing wonderful things in that town, and I'm really proud of you.
What can I say? Thank you.
You know, earlier on before you got into the show, I was having a conversation with my colleague AC, and I was asking her, what is it that could drive a person who doesn't even come from that town to want to see so much progress there? Perhaps I should put that to you. What is it that makes you want to do what you're doing?
It's because I love the kids. I've been with them for long, and I'm going to like them just like my siblings and my children. So I did it for love.
Do you have children of your own?
I don't, not yet.
Do you ever think to yourself that someday these children would have to be competing for jobs and opportunities with children from other communities? And how does that make you feel?
I have hope. I have hope that one way or the other, despite the fact that where they come from, it's a rural area, they can make it a few, even not most of them, can actually break through and go places that other people are going, people in Ho, people in Accra. So I have hope.
You believe in them?
I believe.
Oh, that's amazing. That is amazing. And for all your hard work, your faith in these children, AC, Airtel wants to reward her.
That makes all the bad roads we travel on worth it.
First of all, I'll tell you what Airtel has for you. First, turn your attention to this side and see some of the wonderful things that Airtel has in stock for you.
Okay.
There you go.
Thank you.
Airtel is giving you learning materials. Airtel is doing a complete total renovation of 3 classroom blocks.
Okay.
Yes, and that comes also with mats, with tables for the children, chairs, all that the children need to be comfortable in those classrooms. Airtel is making sure that you have them.
Thank you, Airtel. Thank you.
How does that make you feel?
It makes me feel so happy. I've missed the feeling of sitting in a classroom. Sitting behind the table and the kids sitting on a good table and chair.
You got it, Yvonne.
That isn't all, I'll tell you.
Okay.
There's a bigger surprise, and I wish the children were here. They'll be jumping up.
Yes.
Well, the kids are going to play. Okay. They're getting a big, fat play pack.
Wow! Oh, thank you so much.
I saw you do the dance with holding your waist and going down.
Yeah.
Now you'll be doing that on a proper children's park.
Thank you. Thank you. Oh, this is... Oh.
Oh, my. Oh, my.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
You're doing a great job.
Thank
and
you.
we want to encourage you to keep doing it. What you're doing is touching the lives of so many children. And I'm sure those children will also be growing up to touch the lives of others. These are our future leaders. These really are our future leaders.
Thank you. Thank you.
You know, coming to think of it, all that kids need is a little help, a little hope, and someone who believes in them. Thank you so much for staying with us on Airtel's Touching Lives. I've had a wonderful time here. Lizzie, what about you?
Well, I have had a wonderful time too, and thank you for having me. Good to see you, Yvonne.
Good to see you too.
Next week, the team travels to the Western region, and there lies the passion and spirit of football.
Thank you. You guys.
Touching lives, making a difference. Show the world that you care. Helping out one another, we can all make a change. Reach out.
For nominating the school, Yvonne is rewarded for her participation.
Helping out one another.